U.S. stocks, they held near their session highs late Wednesday afternoon, this with the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 rallying to new record highs, this time led by strength in the tech sector. But first, the U.S. Federal Reserve released the minutes of its latest meeting several hours earlier than planned. This after they were inadvertently released to about 100 congressional staffers as well as lobbyists. The minutes did suggest that a few policymakers do expect to slow the pace of quantitative easing by mid-year and end them later this year, while several expected to cut the rate just a bit later and stop the program by year-end. Meanwhile, President Barack Obama said his budget proposal offers a fiscally responsible path to deficit reduction as well as creation of jobs. He also called on Republican lawmakers to compromise with him, adding that his plan would raise revenue by eliminating some tax loopholes. And with Chinese imports up more than 14% from 1 year ago, the S&P revising its outlook on Cyprus to stable from negative, oil prices up above $94 a barrel, and the euro steady against the U.S. dollar, the Dow Jones looked to have quite the interesting and volatile finish to the midweek. Speaking of which, taking a look now to see how the Dow Jones has closed out today's trading session. The Dow is on the upside, 128.70 points to settle in 14,802.24. In a breakdown of today's major market movers, we first take a look today at the Health Management Associates Company, which did plunge more than 15%. This after the hospital operator handed in a disappointing outlook. And CarMax, that rose after the used car retailer posted a 13% gain in earnings. This while comparable sales grew at a slower pace than expected the previous quarter. And in summary, the S&P 500, it did set a record intraday high minutes after the market opened, topping its all-time high level of 1,576.09 set in October 2007. The Nasdaq also rallied to touch a fresh 12-year high this afternoon.